Hey there, beautiful souls. Today we're talking about money and empaths. If you've ever felt like your relationship with money is complicated or even painful, trust me, you're not alone. And today we're going to unpack why that might be, especially for empaths. As empaths, we tend to feel everything very deeply, and that includes our connection to abundance. And today I'm talking about abundance in terms of money. Specifically, there are other forms of abundance. But what if I told you that your money struggles might actually be rooted in other things, in beliefs about unworthiness, betrayal, or abandonment? By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to start shifting these beliefs and create a healthier, more abundant relationship with money. So why do we often struggle with money? As empaths, we're natural givers. We focus on serving others, but sometimes that means we put ourselves last, even financially. And I would say, not sometimes we put ourselves last. I would suggest that until we become empowered, we always put ourselves last. Until we discover that we come first in our lives, we take care of everyone and everything else. And then if there's anything left over, it's ours. We also absorb energy from others, including their fears or limiting beliefs about money. Understand that up until we're about 7 years old, we are little telepathic sponges. We live in theta state. We don't have the part of the brain that has critical thinking. So whatever we hear, we just decide, well, this is how it is and it must be true. And then we decide, and it will always be like this. So whatever we heard our parents say or even think goes straight in our subconscious. We put it on autopilot and we don't question it until we decide in life, I really am ready for more money. So if you grew up with parents who believed in lack, parents that perhaps you heard them say, well, we can't afford that. And maybe you still say that when you go out shopping. Whether you can or not, it might just be an automatic reaction that says, I can't afford this. Or if you had parents that believed in feast or famine, I grew up that way. You believe that there's not going to be enough money. Whatever it is, we inherit these beliefs about money from our parents, but also from our ancestors. I just talked with someone today who grew up in Russia, and she is a fierce pattern disruptor for women in money because of the way she grew up. She couldn't speak out in Russia. She said, if you speak out, you're killed. So whatever we believe about money, whether there's a lot, whether it always comes in or there might not be enough, it's not our beliefs. We inherited them. It's just energy. And as empaths, we do energy, right? We're already attuned to energy. The challenge is to reframe how we view it and how we allow it to flow into our lives. Because money is always there. It is always there. But when we're in the way, it doesn't flow in. So what are the beliefs that block abundance? So there are several, but I want to talk about three or four core beliefs and their impact. I call these beliefs welcome to being human. We came in connected to love, connected to source, knowing that we were connected to everything and that we were love and lovable. But then our welcome to being human beliefs kicked in. We individuated. Our egos looked around and said, well, how is it here? How is it? And this is how it is. There's about 10 core beliefs, but one of the top ones that we all took in is unworthiness. The idea that we have to earn money. How many of you listening think, well, money just doesn't drop from the sky. I have to earn it. It's unworthiness. Have you heard yourself think, I don't deserve this much money? Or have you ever questioned yourself with, who am I to be successful? Who am I to be successful? Who am I to want all this money? Maybe I just shouldn't want it. This belief in unworthiness stems from feeling as little kids that we have to earn love or prove ourselves to be valued. This belief in unworthiness is the most prominent belief. We all have it. Again, I call it a welcome to being human belief. And I'm going to talk about the tools that, when it comes up, the tools that you can apply to move past it. Another big one is betrayal. Maybe you felt betrayed by people or systems in the past, leaving you hesitant to trust money or even to trust success. For empaths, betrayal can feel deeply personal, making it hard to feel safe to receive abundance. So betrayal can happen when you were little and we trusted our caregivers. We rely on them for everything. And then one of them betrays us, betrays our love, and we discovered we couldn't trust it. For a lot of us, it's a father wound. Our fathers are there to show us what love in action looks like. I always liken our fathers, a healthy father, to the kind divine king who says, I would do anything for you. But so many of us grew up with fathers that didn't know how to love, that didn't know how to show affection, or we didn't have a father. My father died when I was young, so I didn't have that. I remember my father as being very angry, and you might as well. So we project that feeling of being betrayed onto money. We'd say, I can't trust it. It works for everybody else, but it doesn't work for me. So we don't feel safe to receive abundance. Our nervous system is always trying to protect us. So if you're doing money work now, working on changing your beliefs around money, you may feel resistance if you were betrayed as a child, because your nervous system is really saying, Mayday, Mayday, you're going to get hurt again. Stop, stop. Oh, this is so common. This is why some of us have a really hard time with money. And then the third one that I want to talk about is abandonment. Abandonment is really close to betrayal. Abandonment shows up as a fear of being left behind or being unsupported if we pursue wealth or decide to step into abundance. This belief comes up from old wounds. It could be personal or it could be generation. And it tells us that if we lose connection, if we prioritize ourselves, nobody's there, that we're being selfish. Decades ago, I remember thinking, is it okay to want abundance? Is it to be rich? Is it selfish? Some of you may think that, and that's based on, again, how we grew up. You may think that if I get rich, if I turn into a wealthy, wise woman, that's one of my mantras, I'm a wealthy, wise woman, that your friends will leave, that your friends will want money, or that your family will say, well, who do you think you are? Generations ago, or your ancestors may have said, well, we're just not like those people. We're not like those rich people. So in your subconscious, it says, oh, it's bad to be one of those people because they're greedy, they're not good. Other people will judge us. These are the things that when we are having a difficult time with money, it's these old beliefs that we have. And another one is, no, I'm not enough. It's right up there with, I'm not worthy. I'm not enough. How does that show up? Well, I really want a lot of money, but I don't deserve it, and I'm just not enough. I'm not the kind of person that even has the ideas that to attract money. Who would listen to me? I'm not enough. What could I possibly do? I'm not enough. That kind of thing. This I'm not enough is the number 2 belief under I'm unworthy. We think we're not enough. How did that get started? Because we're wired to get love, to smile and coo at our mom, at our caregivers. And if we don't get that back consistently, then our little individuated brain says something is wrong with me. I must not be enough, because if I were enough, she would love me. This is so common, so common. So here's what I want you to do. For unworthiness, I want you to start by affirming that you are inherently worthy, no matter what. Practice saying and feeling, I deserve abundance simply because I exist. Realize that we can say mantras, but until we change our nervous system, until we change the feeling in our body, absolutely nothing changes. So start with, I deserve abundance because I exist, or I deserve abundance because I am, because that's the truth. Reflect on how more money can allow you to give back and expand your impact as an empath. How can money serve you? Money needs a destination. So many people in the manifesting community are saying, I want money. Why do you want money? Well, because I don't have any. When we do that, we're actually confirming that we're in lack. And so what do we get? Lack. How can money serve you? Money needs you. You just don't want more money. Money needs you. Money just makes you more of who you decide you are. What would you do with the money? How would you use it to give back and expand your impact? Maybe it is doing videos. Maybe it's getting the camera equipment. Maybe you want to be a philanthropist. Maybe it's just giving money away. Become this clear conduit of flowing money so that it lets you do more of really what you're here to do, create more impact as an impact. For betrayal, remind yourself that your relationship with money is your own. Journal on the ways money has supported you rather than harmed you. Our minds look for the proof of whatever we believe. Those beliefs are unconscious until we start to look at them. So journaling is a great way to tell your mind to look for proof of how money has supported you, because our minds block out all the evidence other than the current belief that's running. So how has money supported you? What's it given you? Has it helped you take care of your body? Has money helped you have more joy in your life? We're not really here to fix the world because we can't, but what we can do is change ourselves. And we're really here for the joy. We're not here to fix anything. We're here to change our frequency. We're here to change our level of consciousness. Look at what joy has money supported you in. Vacations, trips. That's all perfect. Money's there for that. Visualize money as a safe, trustworthy partner in your life. If you were betrayed by your father or even betrayed by your mother, money might not be that safe person. So what if money is your fairy godmother or your fairy godfather? What if money is your money honey? What if money would be a personality like a grandparent, like a doting grandparent that you never knew, or maybe you did know? But imagine money in your body. Go into your imagination. And if money were a person who is safe and who is trustworthy, what would it feel like? What would the qualities of money be? Qualities of someone who loves you and who would do anything to make you happy. What would that be? What would that feel like? Journal about that. What would money do? Maybe give money a name. I always think of money as a grandparent. I didn't know my grandparents. They died before I was born. That's how I work with money. Money is love. Just another way that love shows up. But as an empath, many of us didn't get that. We didn't get love. So we don't know what that's like. It's not native in us. So we have to create that. And then for abandonment, focus on building a supportive community as you step into abundance. Know that you won't lose connection. Create a community who supports you in being abundant, who cheers you on, who is there with you. Maybe you create a little focus group or a manifesting buddy. They cheer you when you're aligned with more abundance, with money as love, money as support. Maybe that's your purpose. We all have one. Practice gratitude for the abundance you already have, no matter how small. I cannot tell you how important this is. We are wired to look for danger in our nervous system. We're just wired for it. So we look for what we don't have. Most people are out there saying, I don't have enough money. I can't afford this. Or instead of acknowledging the money that you do have, saying, yeah, but it's not enough. You write it off. This is just so important. Practice gratitude for the abundance you already have. If you're having a bad day, or if you have a cash call and don't know how the money is going to show up, the best thing to do, the thing that I did when my life collapsed and I had no money, is I just decided to be grateful for every little thing. I was grateful for every penny. I trained my mind to look for the abundance that exists instead of looking for what wasn't there. And miracles happen because money is everywhere. Ideas are everywhere. But until we practice the gratitude for what we have already, even if it's $5 in your wallet or $300 in your bank account, no more money can come in. These are the things, the small things that we can do. There's more that we can do, but it's really training ourselves to notice when our old patterns are showing up, and realizing that you can slow down, journal about, well, what did I learn about money? How does my childhood relate to my abundance? Do I really believe that I can have everything I want, or does it feel selfish? That's just what we learned in childhood from parents who didn't know better. So you have the power to rewrite your beliefs around money. Just like deciding that you're going to see a feather today or tomorrow morning, we can decide to look for all the abundance that we have in our lives. We have the power to rewrite any belief around money and open ourselves to more abundance. How do we do that? We decide to slow down, to be mindful of what we're thinking. We have these patterns. And until we decide to slow down and look at, wait a minute, what am I thinking? We just go down a rabbit hole and nothing ever changes. Years ago, a couple decades ago, I would write sticky notes because I was the classic empath. I knew what everybody else was thinking and feeling, but I didn't know what I was feeling. So I had sticky notes to remind me, what am I feeling? So I would check in to stop that fast moving train, to stop that story I was telling myself that caused me to vibrate at a certain level. Money is just a frequency. It's love. And again, for so many of us, we didn't experience unconditional love as little kids. It was anything but that. And so we have transferred this on to money. So slow down. I'd love to hear what your beliefs are around money and how you're dealing with them. What are you ready to release? Just let me know in the comments. I'd love to support you in this journey. I know what it's like to be an empath. I am one. And honestly, friends, this is our time. 2025 is a year of quantum leaps when we master our emotions, like our emotions around money and love ourselves like we've never loved ourselves before. If this resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with another empath who might need it. And stay tuned for more tips on creating a life that feels aligned and abundant. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, you are worthy. You are loved. You are loved. And you have the power to create the life you deserve. Take care.